They can't take this, it's too much for them. They can't take us, we just wanna be their friend. They can't take this, it's too much for them. They can't take us, we just wanna be their friend.
Alright guys, so we've played lots of games in our past, and it's been a while.
Yeah.
This is one of our favorite games. It's called Fluxx. The base game is Fluxx, and there's all different versions of Fluxx, and this one's Cthulhu Fluxx, which horror appropriate.
Yeah. What's really cool about the game is the rules change while you're playing them. The rules themselves change. How you win changes, and so it's never
different values to different cards.
Yeah.
It's Fluxx. Oh, everything's Fluxx.
Exactly. So it's never like the same game twice.
No, but and I have to say,
But yet it's easy to think.
when you play it, it takes, when you first hear about it, like just now, you're probably like, what does that even mean? Unless you're familiar with the game. And when you first see it, it's a little daunting. But then when you get with it, it's, you know what's going on, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
It's something that some people have forgotten is playing actual physical games, like card games, board games. And so we're going to show you all about some Fluxx.
Am I cutting these up?
Yeah. You don't trust me.
You put them down, so I figured that was the deal. Alright, so 3 cards. Now, do you want to show off your cards first?
Sure. We have a keeper here is the professor. Now, keeper, if you play that, you play it up in front of you, and they usually, well, this one doesn't.
It's like a person, place, or thing.
Yeah, this one doesn't have any special, like, any powers or things. But as you play along, you're going to have different goals, and it could be like you need the professor and so to win the game, and so you would need this. Speaking of goals, here is a goal. Now, if you play a goal, that is how you're going to win the game. And it's for everyone. It's not your personal goal. There's only one goal at a time. So if someone else plays another goal, it takes over this goal, replaces this goal. This one is Pickman's model. See, the player who has the ghoul and the artist on the table wins. If I put that down,
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of keepers, so.
Right.
Did you draw one?
And new
Did you
rule.
draw a card?
No. So you get 3 cards and you draw one. Also have new rule. No, new rule adds rules to the game. So right now we each have 3 cards. You draw a card and then you play. The new rules can add anything to it, such as this one. New rule, draw 2. So I play that. That means now we have to draw 2 cards every round.
Which means you can draw another card. Because it goes into effect as you're playing.
Exactly.
Different cards will come in different times. There's different action
Right.
cards.
Now I don't play another one because it was just draw 2,
Yes,
not play 2.
So he's played his 1 card.
Yeah.
And that's one. There's no discard for now. Alright, so I have a couple of keepers myself, and the one I will play is the ghoul. And the ghoul does have a special thing. It's if you have this card on the table, you can discard the body during your turn if it is in front of you. I don't know why you need to discard the body, but if I need to discard the body, I will do so.
Yeah, I think the body is a one of the baddies.
Oh, creeper?
Creeper.
Keepers are good, creepers are...
Yeah. You can't win normally if you have a creeper. Unless there's a rule that says you can't do so. Nah.
Oh wait, I didn't draw 2. I only drew 1.
It's already cheating.
Oh please. You did the same thing.
Huh? I'm just teasing. Just teasing you.
I don't buy it. I think you're full of it.
Alright.
Punk.
This is Jason friggin' living man 2 to 4.
The ghoul is here. If anybody's got Jason, it's me.
Alright. There's also action cards. Strange Eons. To play this card, do whatever it says and place it on the discard pile. Find the new rule cards called Cosmic Instructions and the stars are right. and put them into play. Anyone holding one of these cards must give it to you. Then search a discard and draw a pile as needed. So there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm not going to play it right now, but just so you know, if you get an action card, you can play it. Either it'll tell you when, like, so you can play it beginning of your hand. Sometimes you'll be able to play it like if someone else's, other person's turn. So there's all these different types of cards. But for my here, I'm going to play the Keeper, the Professor. No Marianne.
I have a couple things. This is an action card, but it's a surprise, which is one of the cards that you play in the middle of whatever you feel like. This card can be played at any time for one of the functions described below, or to cancel a surprise, which another player has just played. The stars are wrong. Out of turn, cancel an action another player has just played. Or during your turn, all other players must discard one action or a random card from their hands. So this is a very cool one, because if someone's like, da-da, like, no, ha. I also have, this is very cool, we were just talking about keepers and creepers. Creepers being bad, keepers being good. You don't want to have creepers on your table if you want to win. However, there is this other thing. Now, I will just put it out there, Cthulhu Fluxx is like an advanced Flux. There are simpler versions. The earlier versions are way, way less complicated, so a lot of these things don't. It's like Zombie Flux was one of the first ones we played together. Way more simple than this. So if this is like, holy crap, I can't keep track, go with Zombie. Ungoal is the same as a goal, but this is the Minions of Darkness Ungoal, which is, if any of the three following are on the table, the game ends with no winner. It's the bad demonies.
So basically, Cthulhu wins.
Yes,
The old gods.
If you have one of these, Shoggoth, Cultist, Fungi, or Necronomicon, then Darkness wins.
Just one of them?
Cool. No, 3 of them.
All right.
3 out of the 4.
Yeah.
And but I will play my Keeper of the Farm, and the farm is just a plain old farm that you'd use to win a goal.
Got a barn in the farm.
Got a ghoul on my farm. Guy.
Alright. So, I also got an goal here, and she explained that, and a goal. Let me play one of these goals. Since right now we don't have a goal, so there is no particular way we can win. We've got Dig Those Graves Meat Market. And it's a player who has the Reanimator and the Tomb on the table wins.
Which we have neither yet. We have none. Got nothing. You drew 2?
Yeah. So that actually, there's also Reanimator beer out right now. It's the one we've not tried.
I don't need to. Damn, dude, we're not getting enough rules. I'm not. Usually we get loads and loads of rules.
I know.
What are you looking at?
Those those are.
Oh, the strawberries?
Yeah. At first I thought it was a heart, the one on the right. I was like, why do they have like a? Yeah, it's just weird.
Like a real heart. Not like
not like
happy Valentine's heart.
Yeah, it was like, whoa. Then it's a strawberry.
No, indeed. Never mind that.
What?
Exactly.
It's your turn.
It is. I wanted you to tell your story.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Oh, but he is something, because he's like an investigator.
Yeah.
So there's different like codes at the bottom of some of these.
I don't know much about it.
Which will be explaining their uses on different goals. It'd be like if you have 2 professors, or they're not professors, but investigators, or time.
Well, I don't really have anything super snazzy I'd feel like playing right at this moment. It'd be a waste of stuff or stuff that just isn't that great. So I've got a new goal. The Silver Key. The player with the Dreamlands and the Dreamer on the table wins. The Dreamlands is like the Easter Islands.
Ah, yes.
I think tiki guys with a ship sailing over, and the Dreamer is H.P. Lovecraft.
Very cool. Are we allowed to play this game?
I was wondering the same thing. Like, are we gonna get blackballed?
We're like, oh, racist, holy crap.
He's pretty racist. Did you read that poem?
Yeah. I got a creeper. The Shoggoth.
Whoa.
Bam.
Those are cool. I
Cool.
love the illustrations in these.
Yeah,
They're
he looks
very,
like
very good.
Gibbering Mouther.
From D&D.
Yeah. The
Monsters
Saga.
Manual.
You cannot win if you have this, unless conditions say otherwise. So when you get a creep, when you pick it up, you have to play it immediately.
Yes, and then you draw again.
Yeah. So I'm going to use this one just because it's an ungoal, and it has a rule here. If the total doom count, which is on the here, it's the black hourglass.
You've got 2 on your
Oh, yeah.
Shoggoth.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
If the total doom count for the table is 6 or more, so right now it's 3, and fewer than 3 investigators, that is what he is, with the magnifying glass, then there is no winner.
Darkness.
Darkness prevails.
We need to get some new rules, because we got a lot of cards in our hands. Man, what happened? Who shuffled this deck? Oh my goodness. I'll just put down the cat. I've got a cat.
New rule, hand limit 2.
Which is kind of cool, because if you've got a ton of shit
Like
cards
right
that you
now.
don't care about. But then if you've got a few like gems, it's rough. Shuffle pile.
I put them here. Put them right here.
Yeah,
Put them in here. So now you're going to draw 2. Play 1, and then you're going to toss 1 into the dumpster.
oh man.
See, as you progress, rules pile up.
So
Goals
I'm gonna
change.
play a crazy rule. You ready for this one?
I'm scared.
You ready for this one?
I was ready.
New rule.
Uh-oh.
Play all.
Uh-oh.
Which means you play every card in your hand. All of them.
Not every card in the deck, but every
No,
card
every
in your
card
hand.
that you're holding. So I've also got this new rule, which is Fear of the Unknown. To play this card, place it face up on the center of the table. You reveal something that frightens you during your turn. Draw and play 1 additional card. You cannot
Slide.
reuse a fear. So I'll do that right now. It's dumb because you know it, but it's true. Fear of sharks.
Alright, yeah, it's very dumb. Why would someone fear a friggin' shark?
It's an irrational fear, though. It comes up in odd situations.
I think you've got to play everything in your hand.
I'm talking!
I know.
Because I would have to explain. I can't talk about both at the same time. Have you seen the yellow sign as an action? Each player must choose 1 card from their hand and give it to me. If you have the Necronomicon on the table, everyone gives 2 cards, which we don't have to worry about, and there's no Elder Sign either, so give me a card. Give me a card! Boop. Okay, I'll play this. It's a dumb goal. Miskatonic's book. And you
Play them all.
Okay, well, then you must discard an action or a random card from your hands, which means you have no cards.
I got to Cthulhu
Whatever that is.
Fluxx.
All other players must discard 1 action or a random card from their hands. That's all you got. So goodbye, Necronomicon.
I'm like Ash. Lost my Necronomicon.
Pick any keeper the player has on the other table and take
Jeez
it
Louise.
for something. I'll give you the farm because it's got nothing going for it. Where's your farm, man?
The farm.
Shaboosh.
You just lost the farm.
It's gotta be
Fear
zero.
of
Can't be
being buried
bonus
alive. There,
because I
see.
killed you.
The drunk?
Past life.
Probably.
It made me think of the guy in the movie.
Made me think of the person on my
caretaker.
left.
What?
I'm just kidding. Not the looks
No,
wise.
it's like
just
the
that-
guy. Well, I hope not. I don't have a beard. I'm not bald. Well, but no,
What?
you know the grave
Oh,
keeper,
Ralph.
the grave guy.
Oh no, yeah.
The grave guy.
Yeah, we didn't bring up. New rule: Miskatonic studies. Draw and play 1 card per turn. The Necronomicon, which it isn't because you made me throw it away. Is
It's
on
not
the
my
table
fault. I had to play
anywhere.
all the cards.
Ignore any hand limits if the Necronomicon is on the table. It's not.
So is that all
it's
about
like
the
totally
Necronomicon?
pointless new rule. And then the goal, the thing on the doorstep. The player has 2 of the following wins: the poet, the socialite, or the body.
Oh. Well then, so draw 2. I'm afraid of losing my teeth. Not losing like I wake up and it's not there.
Someone stole them.
Damn it.
Tooth thief.
But that freaks me out. Thinking about losing any of my teeth really truly bothers me.
Alright.
So I'm gonna play the goal, which kind of sucks because, well, I've got the cat. And I've got this guy, so it's not as bad as I thought, but I have the socialite, which would have fulfilled the last one, the last goal. Then I've got a new rule, which says must be played. Well, that's interesting. So you'd have to play this in your turn. Cosmic instructions during your turn. If you have an ungoal in your hand, you must play it immediately. Then draw another card. When this rule is first put into play, the person who played it also draws 3 extra cards. I didn't see that part. That's pretty sweet.
You gotta play them all.
That's fine. They're all goals, so I mean, something with penguins that we don't have any of these.
I'm the penguin. The freaking win. Taken over by the player as the reanimator and the body.
Herbert West.
Herbert West, the reanimator. Action. Even death may die. Search for the discard pile, taking the action or investigator keeper card you wish.
That's cool.
And immediately play it. Anyone may look through the discard pile at any time, but the order of what's in the pile should not be changed. Why does that matter? The FBI raid, select a Doom Keeper or a Creeper currently on the table and discard it.
Right. Right. Okay. Immediately play Call of Cthulhu. If total Doom count for the table is 6 or more, and Cthulhu is in play, the game ends with no winner. And Crawling Chaos. Go gather up all the keepers and creepers on the table. Shuffle them and deal them out, giving the first to yourself. Should all be dealt face down and then reveal packets. You don't have any creepers attached to any of these, otherwise you'd have to keep those attached to them. This is really dumb. I had way more.
Not anymore.
Well, I've got your drunk and your farm and a socialite.
I've got your ghoul, your cat, and the professor. He's always switching it off. He's not a loyal man at all.
Pretty sure. I was afraid of the guy walking towards me in the woods. That scared me wicked bad. Just suddenly, there he was. He's a giant guy. He could have been the Jason. He wasn't, because there's no way he could have gotten out of the costume.
Yeah, he's like Superman. He's like...
He was a giant. Grand Theft. Biblio! That's a fun one to say. Biblio! Put the Necronomicon in front of you. If it's not in play, but someone is holding it, they must give it to you. Or go find it.
It's in the discard. Because you made me throw it away.
The Necronomicon. Grand Theft Biblio. That's my song for the Necronomicon.
It's the Necronomicon theme.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful theme.
Anytime in the future we see a movie or any reference to Necronomicon.
Trash something. Take your choice of any keeper or creeper in front of any player and put it in the discard pile. I'm gonna throw away your socialite.
What a punk.
New rule, because we don't have enough. The stars are right. Ungoals and goals are no longer replace one another. There can be one ungoal and one goal. I do have a fear, and it's like legit, is whenever we do an interview, I always fear that when I go to save it, it's going to be lost.
Fear. Fear.
Goal. Insane nightmares. The player with nightmares and madness on the table. I like that. Even if they have creepers. The madness. Let's kind of hear nightmare and madness.
Yeah.
Could be our nicknames. It could be interchangeable. It's your turn.
Basically, yes. Okay, so Miskatonic Study Group.
Zaduk, is that that guy's name? Zadok Allen?
Oh, I've got one that's even better. It's more specific. If I'm getting my blood drawn for some reason, I'm afraid that they're gonna like if I move it all, the needle's just gonna snap right off.
That would hurt.
It would. That would suck. That'd suck huge. I don't like it. I feel uncomfortable right now thinking about it. It's like a weird. Count the number of players in the game. You and me too. Draw enough cards to give one to each player. Decide who gets which. no one else may look at them. Trash a rule. Which is the suckiest one of all? Probably the play for one. That's tedious. I'll get rid of that. Shadow out of time. Take an additional turn after this one. However, the next time an opponent draws a creeper, it will go in front of me instead of you. And I'm afraid of millipedes.
Oh, really?
Oh god, yes. Our house centipede? House centipede. Very bad. We get to draw another one because I got Let's see what we got for dooms. We got 1 doom, 2 doom, 3 doom, 4 doom, 5 doom.
6 dooms. And Cthulhu. So bam.
Darkness wins.
Doom has won.
All my plans have been.
We have gone insane.
I just got.
So there's how the game goes.
Yeah.
It is a lot of fun. I think you can see it's a lot of fun and things. It changes up as you play.
Constant.
Yeah.
It's never ending. Every turn, something's probably going to happen.
And we love Fluxx. It's a lot of that. Annabelle introduced me to the game. It's really cool. And there's all different themes. So if maybe you're not into Cthulhu, maybe if you're in sci-fi, maybe not in sci-fi. Whatever it is, you can find something you're going to be into.
But honestly, they're fun no matter what. So even if I didn't necessarily I don't love sci-fi stuff, but Starflux is very fun.
It is.
It might even be my favorite one. I really like it. There you go. Doctor Who's in it.
Oh, he is.
He's called a time traveler, but come on, I mean, really.
So yeah, Cthulhu's great, and if you guys see a cool game and want to send it to us, we'll play it.
Absolutely, it'll be a lot of fun.
Yes, we highly recommend Cthulhu. I mean, highly recommend Fluxx and Cthulhu too. What the hell? Yeah. And these are made by Looney Labs. So you can check these out. You can find them on Amazon, I believe, and you can find them pretty much anywhere. I wouldn't not necessarily like games like a toy store, but
no, if you find a game store that's got lots of board games and a real this place is about games. And if you have a local gaming place,
check them out because it is always good to.
I wish I could remember it.
Yeah, it's always good to support your local places.
I think it's called Eureka. It's almost right across the street from Coolidge.
Oh,
it's right around the corner.
Coolidge. Yeah, Coolidge. So, are we gonna peep the games too, or are we just gonna say that?
Yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, it was a good time. So, yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
And
do it up.
Bring you more in the future.
Yeah.
See the sun's come up, the head starts hanging and I start to feel rough, so I'm making tracks to hit the sack. Sanity, is that you? Please come back. So we got thrown out for causing a row in a matter of days for all the rage. Didn't take long, just a couple of weeks. We just packed up our bags and left them in peace. Moved on to the next place just like that, except this time round I think we'll hold it back.
They can't take this, is too much for them. They can't take us, we just wanna be their friend. They can't take this, is too much for them. They can't take us, we just wanna be their friend. Fuck 'em.